Good morning, students. Now we are here to again in a new topic of sexual reproduction that tell us about the following features take place in a sexual reproduction. We have already recalled you about the types of asexual reproduction in our previous video classes, and I just want to remind you that what is the differences between asexual and sexual reproduction. Have you already studied about that? In a asexual reproduction, single parents are involved, but in a sexual reproduction, both mother and fathers are involved. So here I am going to tell you about the phases of sexual reproduction take places. Whether I just recall you again the differences between asexual and sexual. In a asexual, single parents. In a sexual, two parents are involved. In a asexuals, you can say no gametes transfer there, but there is a gamete transfer in a sexual reproduction. Lastly, that is most important, in a asexual reproduction it take place only through the mitotically, but here both mitotically and meiotically take places. After that, what are the phases which is taking places in a sexual reproduction? There are the three phases. First is your juvenile phase, second is your reproductive phase, and third is your senescent phases. Means there are the three phases which occur in your life cycle to maintain the reproductive part. After that, what is your juvenile phase? You just try to understand. This is your first phase, that is called juvenile phase. Juvenile phase is the period of birth of an organism to the maturity of the reproductive organs is called the juvenile phase. And in animals it is called juvenile phase, but in a plant it is called vegetative phase. Means the vegetative phases is the period of going of maturity of plant through till the flowers are not grown. At that moment you can say, means the stamen and carpels are maintaining, so it is called vegetative phase. After that there will be the second phase, that is called reproductive phase. What is the reproductive phase? Reproductive phase is the second stage of your reproductive life, means you can sexual reproduction of life, where a person or organisms in an animal or in a plant both are able to mature their own type of animals, or you can say free. There is a transfer of what happened. There is a transfer of gametes take place, and after that fertilization after what happened, there will be the formation of zygote, and zygote will then divided into the mitotically or meiotically to form embryogenesis. Later on, what happened at that moment, we will just discuss about the senescent phases. That is your third. Here see, senescent phases. Senescent phases is that phases that maturity to the end of the reproductive stage, means the person from the period from where a person get able to reproduce get started. After that, by passing the timing, what happened at that moment, the reproductive end of life take place, and at that moment it shows that the end of reproductive life, that is called senescent phases. So here I will just remind you that the juvenile phases is the basic standard of understanding the from birth to reproductive life. You just understand it, but the main thing is your reproductive phase, how you will understand it, and I am going to explain you in a later video so that it will be helpful you to understand it. And juvenile phases is the main phase which show you how the transfer of gametes take places, and how in a plant, even in animals also. Okay, I just remind you in a later video. Thank you.